I'm going to give you a general breakdown.
Okay.
You said something very crucial, though.
What's that?
You went to sell something and they didn't communicate what was going on.
Right.
I get plenty of people that come and say, hey, I was looking for somebody, the person I was dealing with, I wanted information, they just couldn't give it to me, or they chose not to.
Absolutely. I think these people just chose not to.
And my mentality is the more informed my client is, the better decisions you make.
Okay.
That makes life easy for me.
True. Okay. I can understand and agree.
And if you're making money, that means I'm making money.
Absolutely. I hope so.
And that means that you're coming back.
Fair.
And that means you're coming back. You're going to tell friends and family.
Absolutely. That's how we need money.
And I say that to take care of each other. Most of the people in our industry, coins and bullion, are community-based.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The people that they've been dealing with, you dealt with their fathers, their grandfathers, and now you deal with the kids.
Okay.
So I'm kind of building up that space. I'm 41, but I'm young relative by industry standards.
No doubt. I would have thought you were much younger than that. And I'm not saying that to butt your toes. I'm saying that because sincerely, you look like you're in your 20s or 30s.
And I get that a lot. So the beard I have, I don't like facial hair, but I have to do it because
it makes you look a little.
It makes me look a little older.
Oh, no. Fair. That's fair.
The average person I'm dealing with is 50 older.
I think because I'm 52.
See?
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So you said you're interested in the monster box.
Exactly.
We do consult.
Oh, wow.
About 2 years ago, we kind of shifted to more of a wealth management perspective.
Saw that on your website.
And I said, my clients ask me questions. I thought it's general information. Come to find out, it's information that a lot of people just don't know. And I do it every day. I take for granted that people are charging a lot of money. And I just started saying, hey, let me charge somebody. I think I started like $100 an hour.
That's not a lot for what you do, though.
But that's my point. The rate I said, a buddy of mine said, how much do you charge an hour? I started at 100. I think my rate now is like $200 an hour. I charge just to have a consult.
Absolutely.
And people are charging exponentially more than that on a lot of problems.
I think 1,000 is been.
But that's my point. They're charging $1,000 for nothing more.
Right.
But to get to the point, you said you went to buy a monster box.
Eventually, yeah. Definitely what I desire to do. Gold and silver both. Absolutely.
So we sell both. Okay. We sell all the standard products. U.S. Mint, private mint. We sell all the.
I love it.
And they're all available on the website.
So it's direct through you, not like you're like the third party middleman.
Not 100% first party, because I can't make it, but I don't have direct distribution from the U.S. Treasury.
Because they deliver to a certain group of people, and then a certain group of people deliver to everybody else.
I think there's like 20 distributors.
I think I've heard that before. Right.
Yeah. I think it's like 13.
Okay.
But we have 2 vendors that we deal with. One is the #1 supplier of metal.
Fantastic.
To the Mint.
Fantastic.
So they're like the big boys.
Sure.
And then I have another one they do a lot of my logistics, and I white label, and I can send nationwide.
That's smart.
So I have people that I deal with for whales, and I have people I deal with for distribution. And that's how I set up our platform.
I love it.
So Alex Lexington is the brainchild of.
Yeah. Keep doing it, because you got my heart already.
Well, thank you. So I'm going to tell you the story then.
Okay.
About 6 years ago, we were moving to our first location here in Atlanta.
Okay.
And child number 2 was on the way.
Okay.
So we're family-based,
right.
3rd generation.
Fantastic.
Alex is now 10.
Wow.
Lexington was on the way.
Okay.
Literally, we moved here in May of 2018. He was born in December. Came up with the name, middle name Lexington. It's the middle names. Came up with the name Lexington.
Love it.
To basically create something, and I wanted both kids to have a stamp on it.
You know what? I can respect that.
So Alex is short for Alexandria. Lexington is her little brother.
I love it. I love it so much. What's funny is like we don't see enough of Black-owned family stuff. I was telling my kids this yesterday. I said, it's like every time I turn around, I see other cultures passing down their businesses to their kids. Even if their kids don't run the business, their kids own the business.
In our space, most of the coin collectors or distribution is all family-based. People think it's corporate. There are probably, let's say, I'm going to give a broad number, 10 commercial people that are like Amazon size or a little bit. But I want to say about 5 coming to about Amazon size types, 800-pound gorillas in our space. But most are father-son teams. The reason why you don't see a lot of black people is it takes money, it takes knowledge, and you have to be with it for a while before you even know if you're doing it right.
But that's almost anything though, right? So you think maybe they're just not interested enough?
I'm going to tell you why precious metals is not a thing that most people of color don't do.
Okay.
You have to have wealth. It's not a gimmick.
Sure.
So if you have no money to protect in the first place and you're not swiping a credit card, it's not going to appeal to you.
Talk to me.
So first of all, you have to have wealth. And this is something I learned along the journey of trying to figure out why business is or isn't good sometimes more than others.
Right.
But our people have to have wealth. We do have wealth, but we appropriate the funds different ways. We want fast money, so to speak, which is why crypto appeals to minorities more than the average investor who's like, that's not how money's made. I say if you can't, back in the day, I used to say if you couldn't set that Bitcoin money, the money you're going to put on Bitcoin on fire, and feel comfortable with that, then you shouldn't invest in it.
Okay.
Wealthy people haven't gotten the crypto till lately because before they were like, well, I don't think it's real. I still don't think it's real.
A lot of people,
but they're only going to take money that they feel they're spending house money to do it. That's why you see the wealthy side of the society getting into crypto now.
Yeah.
But coins and bullion is long-term,
Yeah.
going to be generational. I'm going to pass this down to my kids.
True.
I've got a lot of clients that they're paying for their grandkids' college tuition with silver they bought when it was $1.70.
Whoa. I wish my parents had did that. That would have been nice.
Imagine.
But I want to do it for mine.
So generational wealth comes from, I bought gold at $50 an ounce. I'm selling a tube of Eagles, and I'm paying, you're getting 40 grand.
Robert and Kim Kiyosaki talk about that all the time.
So now you're paying college tuition, you're giving them their first business startup money, down payment on a home. So the jump happened, but it's not instant. And you have to literally put it down and just look at it. And unfortunately, I've got a lot of wealth management clients, but they're not going to promote something that they're not going to make residual money on.
Sure, I understand that.
So it goes against the general consensus of what general society is doing.
It's true.
I'm going to grow my money for S&P 500, so I'm going to stack that money.
Yeah.
Looking at it, you may or may not come out better, but the risk that came with it, do you sleep well at night knowing that, hey, I could wake up the stock market just plummeted, just tanked? So I tell people, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Because some people don't even know about stop losses. Or their brokers don't tell them about stop losses.
It's not their interest. Oh, I'm sorry. Most of those people are selling a product.
They are selling.
They're being told, these are the 8 products you're going to sell. Tom, Dick, and Harry is going to buy these products.
That's right.
Their threshold of pain on risk tolerance is high, low, or medium, whatever.
Yeah. They even ask you that in the surveys that you take before you invest. Absolutely.
What's your risk tolerance?
Absolutely. They ask you that.
This is low risk, and it's not a fast game.
No.
But when it goes, it goes.
Yeah.
So I tell people, for example, if you were with me, invest before the pandemic. Silver was $12 an ounce.
It was prior to the pandemic. Absolutely. I remember.
Gold was $1,400, $1,500 an ounce.
Yeah.
So gold's increased $1,000. Silver's doubled. But if you want to get into it when you see it running, it's too late.
Yeah. Right now, silver has it's pulled back a little bit, but I see that on the charts, it was showing that there is a bottoming tail bar.
Okay.
Which is like a pin bar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But it could potentially springboard.
And I'm selling mine because I'm thinking I get a good price for it. I'm going to invest into this other stuff where it's going to give me the education, give me the training, give me the tools to go make more money.
Most of my clients that buy metal take the money. They've already done something else with it.
Sure.
And they're taking residual money out of that, going into metal. And then when they say, okay, I've got a deal I'm doing, or I want to go take it and put in some stocks or something else. Basically, it's an intermediate. You hear the language of precious metals or storage of wealth. So it's making money while it's sitting.
I can believe that. Even though people say it's not really truly producing a dividend or anything like that, truly it's not, but it is still appreciating in value.
So why do you buy land?
It does not produce a dividend, but it does appreciate generally.
And it still costs you taxes.
And you still have to pay. I didn't think about that part, but yes, you're right. You still have to pay.
So it's just who's marketing their product and who's promoting what service they provide.
Yeah. So maybe do you think that's why diversification is really good? Because you can do the land, you can do the real estate, you can do the apartments, you can do the coins, you can do all these different things.
Does any wealthy person put all their eggs in one basket?
I know for them to do that. But I do know some people advocate it, but I don't believe that's what they're doing.
Nobody should be doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't tell my customers to do it
Mhm.
because, quite frankly, if you're an older client and you in a deal and it goes south, who do you blame?
Yeah.
I'm the only person. I tell you what keeps me honest. I mean, I have morals and ethics. I didn't really grow up in this industry,
Mhm.
but I always say I sleep well at night and I'm not exactly inconspicuous.
I love it.
So
I love it.
you walk in the street, you're going to see me. I walk in the room, chances are I'm probably the tallest guy in the room.
And I'm going to remember you too. Absolutely.
And my personality is what it is.
I see you at the mall, I'm like, bro.
That's the guy.
Like, yeah.
You'd be surprised all the time I go places my wife is like, here we go again. So I relate to people
Fair.
and there's no ducking and diving.
True.
There's a face. My face is on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not
Mhm.
a company hiding behind the name.
Right.
So it's not in my best interest to sell somebody or oversell somebody.
Sure.
Now they resent
Sure.
the investment.
Sure. It might give you a bad rep.
And-
Yeah, absolutely. That's all it takes. And now X is really truly becoming a free speech platform. You don't tell them what.
You can say anything
Absolutely.
about anybody.
Absolutely.
So I
You
always
sure
said
can.
I don't have the luxury
Mhm.
of screwing people over.
So true.
And it's instantly federal.
Dang. Come on now. Now you went deeper than I thought. Come on. Instantly federal. Golly.
You sell a bow bar. It's $2,000.
Yeah. That's true. So it's a federal offense.
Listen, if
Yeah.
you're fraudulent, do something
Yeah,
different about it.
absolutely. It's great. It's called grand theft. So it has to
Yeah.
be great.
Let's say it's $1,000.
Okay.
That could be 2 tubes of Silver Eagle.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of money relatively. The average person starts with, I think, like $300.
It's true. That's not a lot of money.
So all of that to say,
Yeah.
we can get you where you're going,
Mhm.
but those are the intricacies of our space as
Very good.
why our people don't do certain things
Right.
within
right,
the space.
Right. Understood.
More people are getting hip to game, so to speak.
Mhm.
Our people have more money now, or more financially educated, and they're doing things like what we're doing.
Well, you know what? I'm going to encourage my kids. So one of my kids, 2 of my kids work. The other one, he hasn't gone to work yet. And I don't know what he's going to do when he does go to work because he loves his violin too much. But the point that I'm making with that is I think I'm going to try and see if I can help them understand the value of what we're doing. And like every week they get paid to buy at least one.
We have a subscription service. You'd be surprised how many customers bring their kids in and have me talk to them. Not even necessarily about investing, about making the next step in life. I'm a personal person. Hey, my kid is screwing up. He don't know or she don't know what they're going to do. They have a degree. They haven't finished a degree. They're in high school. They're making bad decisions. I've had parents just bring them in. Hey, talk to me. We had a 15-minute conversation. I've experienced a lot. It took me 10 years to finish college. I went in as a very smart person,
Okay.
came out saying, this is not really what I want to do. I found my way. I got into business. Didn't know I was going to be in this business. My father-in-law said, hey, I think I might retire in Atlanta, open a location here. My wife and I know each other since high school. We had just gotten married. The rest is history.
Dang. And the father-in-law must love you too. Or I would think so.
He don't have a choice.
He don't was just living out for.
He don't have a choice. I mean, no. We've been at this for a long time.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful because a lot of times when we look at families, and I tell my kids, don't believe this thing you see on television all the time where the in-laws have to be at each other. Because that's not true. They don't have to be at each other. They really don't. Like my in-laws, when I first met them, it was rough going because I was probably about as thin as you when I first met them. And the first thing they said to me, other than hello, was, do you eat? Yeah.
Well, I got kicked out the first 6 months. When we got married, our home was being renovated. And my father-in-law was like, nah, you can't stay. You eat too much food. So the rest is history.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I'm glad that I've come. I'm glad that what happened to me that helped me to come here because the guy that I went to go see said he's not open 6. Then he referred me to some people all the way out in Jones Creek. I went all the way out to Jones Creek. They wouldn't see me. They gave me a card and said, hey, look, come back later.
Oh, wow.
Schedule an appointment. Now, of course, they didn't know how far I traveled. The customer service was awful. It let me, when I was over at the Costco, just a chain of events happened that even let me down the street.
Wow.
That made me say, I wonder if there anyone around this area that will buy this silver. So that's how I ended up here.
You had a phone call.
And I'm grateful. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
absolutely,
thank you.
I'm grateful.
Glad you came. Let's get to where you're going. Let's do some numbers. Let me see. So you have some Eagles, some Maple.
Yeah.
So let's get you some numbers. Mostly silver.
Mostly silver.
So that's what you call junk silver.
Junk
So
silver.
on the chart, so dimes, quarters, half dollars are considered junk silver. These are Morgan and Peace dollars.
Morgan and Peace.
Yep. So junk silver were the circulated dimes, quarters, and halves. Morgan and Peace dollars, they're 90% pure. They've got 0.77 ounces of silver. Those were our dollars before our dollars were today.
That's crazy.
I give you a quick econ lesson if you really want one.
Please.
Client told me this. He was a bond trader. He said there was a point in time where Congress was fighting for, I think it was like $12 an hour minimum wage. This was years ago.
Right.
Now we're saying we're making everybody's minimum wage $20 to $25.
Yeah.
It's pegged, if you ask me, to the US dollar silver coin. When the gentleman told me this, silver was about $12 an ounce. Silver was 15. The peace dollar came out to about $12 an ounce, which is the minimum wage what they were fighting for.
Okay.
Now, currently, minimum wage you're fighting for is $20-something an hour. I'd pay you. Their value about 24. I pay about $20 a piece.
Okay.
But if you see the correlation, the econ,
I can see the correlation.
So if you're always trying to figure out where you need to have a livable wage,
look at silver.
Look at the price of silver.
Man, that's brilliant. That's freaking brilliant. You don't know how that just blew my mind. Because, I can do so much with that. When I talk to my kids,
it's applicable. A lot of young people can appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
So
I told my kids, look, y'all need to, all these kids online doing stuff, and they're making tens of thousands or hundreds of $1,000s a year or a month, whatever. I said, they're no better than you. They're no different than you. So for the fact they're doing something you're not doing.
Correct. I'm in the recording stuff right now in my office. I create content that's relative to the specialty that I'm in.
Yeah.
It's a little harder than it looks to pull the trigger and actually execute it, but
I can believe it. To Myron Golden at all?
No.
Please do. Please listen. Man, Myron will help you take your business to, I don't know, God bless, I don't know, 10-fold, 100-fold, whatever.
I'm game. I'm game.
The reason why I say that, he mixes Bible and I don't know how much you believe in the Bible and all that, but he mixes Bible and business. And he has a book and an audio. Now, I'm not an affiliate or anything.
Yeah.
It's called From the Trapped Man to the Cash Man. And it's freaking mind blowing. My wife is business adverse.
Okay.
Risk adverse.
Okay.
But when she read that book, she was like, we need to get on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of schools of thought that you need to implement. The wealthiest people are always learning. I would say, look at how the people who are successful achieve. I'm on my own journey. I always say, if you have made and lost money, you haven't really lived. Most successful people say that they've lost a lot, made a lot, lost a lot.
I can relate.
Yeah, I got enough that I can say I'm in the game with that.
I can relate. I think sometimes with wives, some wives, not all wives, because some wives are like, hey, I'm on it. But a lot of wives, they look for the security part, and they don't understand sometimes in order for you to be as wealthy as the wife wants you to be, there's going to be some so-called or maybe possibly, how do you look at it, instability, in the process.
There's risk involved. Entrepreneurship as a whole. I'm on a journey right now. I'm documenting this, as my buddy would describe it, as failing to success.
I love it. Fail faster, right?
I don't want to fail faster.
Man, you got to fail faster.
I guess it's reps.
You got to learn it. You got to just got to get in and go do it. And that's what you're doing. So most people like people look at Walmart and think, oh, Walmart, blah, blah, blah. They don't know the story behind the dedication Sam put into building Walmart. And when Bezos found out about Walton and started researching him, he fell in love
with the story.
Yeah. And that's what he did. He said, I'm doing the same thing with Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know from my personal experience, I've tried other ventures. What I've learned from the other ventures I tried is we should have, as owners, double down on us as a business when we saw adversity coming, as opposed to try other things. And that's just based on our personal journeys within our industry.
Okay.
And life would be probably better off. I would also say, in spite of having to fail and start all over in an industry that requires money and losing everything, I did learn that I belong when I questioned if I did belong.
Self-discovery. I love it.
And in a space where I didn't know if I had the connections. I didn't know if I was even going to make it.
Right.
So
That's powerful.
So this location, realtors told me no one's going to rent to me because we're a version of the pawn industry, so to speak. Licensing comes underneath pawn a lot of the times, even though it's wealth management because it's investing in jewelry or something else that we do. But people told me that they wouldn't at the time rent to me. Real estate was hot. No one's going to rent to me. And the rent that I could find was for jewelry space because that's kind of the high-end market that you're kind of going toward. And the rent was absorbent and I couldn't afford it. And I found this place, which was literally half the rent and in the border of the neighborhood demographic that I was looking to be in. So I built this space out. It looked nothing like what you
think the build out is wonderful.
It took time.
Decorations.
When we started, all we had was painted floors and some chairs.
I'm feeling it though. It's nice. I'm feeling it. When I came in there, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the sign, that's like, okay. Because I saw some stuff. I'm like, they look nice.
Thank you.
You know, but to see it with your own eyes in person, not on a video or the website, is more impressive, actually.
Some years ago, we were featured on Good Morning America. I tell people, act of God.
No.
They called us. They showed up. They filmed.
Okay.
I could probably use that again. But we were scheduled to be on there, and for some reason, we just wouldn't get greenlit again. Gentleman walks in. He's sitting down in our showroom, and we've got a lineup of people, and he's a brother. He apparently works in Buckhead. He's in the financial space.
Okay.
Some form of wealth management, from my understanding. But he says to me, he said, I just came here to see if what I saw on TV was real.
Wow.
That was 2012? But that was the moment I realized that what we were doing was different because nobody looked like us that do what we do.
Did that make you feel really good, or?
It made me feel amazing, actually. But I never realized that being people of color in the space was that significant.
I've never.
And I get people
I've never,
like, this is 2024, but I still get people walking that says, I wasn't sure, but I went on the website, and then when I came in, it was like, I just didn't really realize what it was till I came.
Now, I've seen more wealthy Black people in the financial sphere selling insurance than I have ever seen do something of this nature.
And you want to know why? Insurance has great returns for profit. But our people are learning, and it's not their fault, which means that you come with wins, losses, and everything in between.
Absolutely. Because so I grew up, we were not dirt poor, but for a long time we didn't have. And then it was like, we didn't start really getting any money until we were my brothers and and then instead of us going to college right away, all of us went to military, and we went to college out of the military.
My father-in-law came to this country, joined the military, left the military, and got into business with his uncle and his brother. And that's how he got into the diamond space in the 70s.
In the 70s, you were looking like dude?
But how do you tell your kids? So how do you know how to not screw up money if you've never had somebody tell you who has money?
I was poor, I've been broke, I had money, I've lost money. I'm trying to tell you the reason why I lost it is because I was doing the average thing that most of us do when we get money, and we consume, and save very little.
And you only know that because you've done it.
I've done it.
Now, imagine other cultures, their third, fourth generation that have had, let's just say, a jump beyond farming in the industrial age, so to speak. Can you blame somebody that's never had money? Why are you going to go out and buy cars, clothes, et cetera, et cetera? I did the luxury car thing. My wife told me don't do it, and I did it anyway. And I'm the one telling my buddies now who are at the point where they want the six-figure car, hey man, go rent it.
Go rent it as a renting it to see if whether I'm
go rent it just to experience.
Okay, just for experience. Okay. And then you can go from there.
Go live life normal. Rent your exotic car.
Yeah.
Even if it costs you 10 grand, it's cheaper than owning.
It sure is. Fair. Yeah.
Because I was paying damn near $1,000 note.
Yeah.
And that's a 3-year lease.
Wow.
3-year note I had yet.
And then the maintenance on those things are extreme.
It was terrible. I had it parked up in 6 months at one point because it was just that much headache.
I can believe it.
And most wealthy people, once they go through the exotic car or the luxury car, they're like, they don't really do it twice.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why you don't see a lot of millionaires
driving those really fancy days.
And there's a lot of people with money in Atlanta.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with money in Atlanta.
And a lot of far out places that you wouldn't realize, but you don't know that that's it. And I've learned that through this industry, so to speak.
So let me ask you this then, because
Okay.
this is a debate that I've had with myself. I like certain the way certain cars look, but because I don't know enough about them, and I've done some research, and I've said, okay, well, maybe it's not a good idea. So and which was still luxury car thing. So what do you buy that's really nice, and it gives you some kind of feel of, hey, it may not be luxury, but it's related. What do you think?
So I'm gonna point out some cars, and once you see this, you can't unsee it.
Please do.
SUV wise,
Okay.
wealthy people generally do Lexus.
Okay.
Lexus,
I'm gonna stop you.
Denali.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Because you all made me unfit. One of my best associates, she and her husbands are extremely, and we came out the project now.
Got you.
Okay. And she's always said, well, we could go look at the house when it was little. And she'd lie in the tub. I said, what do you know in the tub? First time I saw her do this, she says, I'm imagining my future.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is real.
She's living that life now. She and her husband drive like.
So the Lexus SUV is reliable and consistent, and maintenance is low. Cost, reliable, consistent. Toyota has a mentality that if our car breaks, it's our fault, not the customer's fault.
My Lord. Okay.
That's the top-down mentality of the organization.
Never heard of that. Okay. That's good information.
So that's how Lexus functions. Toyota, but Lexus. The LX and the RX are $100,000 trucks.
I never really.
So the RX is the smaller SUV. There's the LX and I think the DX. But anyway, it's basically the Sequoia.
Okay.
The Sequoia is like a $60,000, $70,000 truck in general. You see them, people think they're regular cars, but they last 20 years.
Yeah.
Easy. People that generally own the LX, which is that the Land Cruiser? No, the DX is the Land Cruiser version.
Okay.
But it's like a luxury Land Cruiser. I'm not fond of the feel of the car, but it has luxury features and it also lasts 20 years.
Wow.
So you're thinking $100,000 car, but you're buying one car for 20 years.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody else that says, oh, I want this other car, but they're getting a new car every 5 years. You're still going to spend more money in we're not even talking about maintenance yet.
Yeah.
So that's from a car perspective. Luxury sports car. Buddy of mine who used to transport vehicles.
Okay.
He's still in the trucking space, but he used to transport specifically luxury, the stuff that goes on the Pebble Beach, the one-of-ones, the race cars, etc.
Right.
Porsche. The high-end other luxury cars break.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Break just for no reason.
Okay.
Random thing, you get in the car, the check engine light turns on.
Right.
You ain't driven the car more than 2 weeks. And that's standard for a lot of high-end luxury
That's the
cars.
Lamborghini stories I keep hearing.
So you see people talk about it, but people don't drive them because not that they can't afford them, it's just not reliable.
Yeah.
So Porsche is the most reliable sports car
Did not know that.
that's out there.
Okay.
It's an everyday driver.
Okay.
Imagine you spend $200,000 on a car and can't drive it.
I heard a guy online just say that. He bought a Bugatti. And he says, I can't drive it every day because even the air conditioning don't work well in his car.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But if you have it, I'm not saying don't do it because, like I said, I'd say go running. Experience it.
Absolutely.
Go out of town, do it. And the attention that comes with some of this stuff.
Yeah. Do you really want that?
I had a 6 Series Beamer, 4-door.
Okay.
And I'd go places and the people that would just, hey, what's up? What do you do? Well, I think if you're marketing yourself, I think that's great. It's a great marketing tool.
Sure.
But the maintenance and the headache, and I blew out more tires in that car.
Wow.
Than any other car I've owned. I had a coupe before that. A sports coupe with, let's say, track tires on. I put track tires on my sports. It was an Infinity coupe.
I love that thing. It's pretty.
I was doing tires once a year.
Okay. That's not bad, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. But imagine doing it every 6 months.
Yeah, okay.
$500 $500 a tire.
$2,000, man. Come on.
And people say, "Oh, that's nothing. You should be able to afford that." But who wants the inconvenience of my car just will run? I go out to start it, battery dead, engine needs something fun, and you're going to that business that generates the money, and you can't. Now somebody says, "Oh, you should have multiple cars," but you don't need 20 cars.
Unless you're just that guy.
If I can do it, great.
Like Jay Leno and what's this guy named the boxer guy that has all the cars,
Yeah, Mayweather.
which he don't drive because he says he's letting them appreciate in value.
I'm not in that status.
Yeah.
I tell people I bought a car for my wife that had a service plan because I don't want to be having a conversation of something's wrong with my car. I paid the money so I don't have to have the conversation, hey, baby, something's going on with my car, and I'm at work.
Yeah.
If I'm not here making money, I'm losing money going out to go fix a car.
Yeah. Man. Well, my daughter says the time value of money or opportunity cost. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
And someone would say, oh, well, if you have the money, yeah, but do you think an executive has time to stop what he's doing to go answer the phone call of his wife?
Well, I don't know how to take that because some executives, they will stop and answer the phone call.
They're going to answer the phone call, but can they leave where they're at?
No, they're not going to leave where they're at.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Now, unless there's an emergency.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to use Atlanta, Buckhead. You see a lot of Denali's
You do. I'm going to pay attention to that now.
driving through the city. You're going to see moms, soccer moms,
Yeah.
4 or 5 kids in the car.
Yeah, absolutely. This is true.
Denali is $80,000, $90,000.
Yeah.
But you see this is stuff that you see that you don't realize. You can give it a beating.
Okay. And you know, come to think of it, like you said, once you see it, you can't unsee it. But thinking about it, I have seen a lot now. A lot of Suburbans. Yeah. Even some Tahoes, actually.
A lot of other people also drive Jeep Wranglers.
Jeep Wranglers, huh?
And you never know who the person is because Jeep Wrangler is a staple. And people of every status drive a Wrangler or a Jeep.
Okay.
So that's another.
Okay. I never thought about that. One of my daughters wanted a Jeep. She said, I got to take the doors off. I'm like, well, you can do that when you get your own car because you pay for it yourself. Because if I buy you a Jeep, you keeping the doors on.
It's a stop. But they're tricking them out. It's a cultural thing, but the car, as far as I know, lasts pretty long. But those are the general cars my wealthiest clients or my wealthier clients drive regular vehicles.
Okay.
Most of them.
No, because one thing I was looking at was the Genesis models. But
Genesis is another one. They have great service and great packages.
I'm thinking about that, but that's way after I get my motor. Okay, I'm getting this stuff first. I have a car. We have a little Hyundai. Guess what? It drives quite nicely.
Wealthiest people have their other priorities. I say even if you like that, go rent something on the weekend. You and the missus, you and your lady, you and whoever.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, absolutely.
Go rent a car. Go for a drive.
Go to a nice hotel, get a little something to eat.
Yeah. Most times, you don't have time to drive your car if you're making money anyway. The wealthiest people are always busy.
They're always got things going. My dad used to be like that. My dad used to be this man. My dad, man, I can't get into it, but I'm going to say that dude had money falling out of his pocket.
Well, that's
you know what I'm
good.
saying? But the thing about it is he got to a point in life where he said, I'll never do that again. Because he felt like it was a waste.
I would like to get to the point where I have to decide, is this money worth my time? I mean, I'm there when I say, is it worth my time? But when I say worth my time, like, okay, I need to do this. I want to be at the point where I say, do I want to do this right now? I'm spending time with this and be like,
Okay.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
Or let's schedule for this point.
That's part of what you're working on your balance.
Yeah.
Right.
Work-life balance.
Yeah.
I said, I don't want to sacrifice my family to be successful.
Well, is that really success? If you sacrifice your family, I mean, come on.
Love don't pay bills.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I mean, like when I think about sacrificing family, I think about neglect more so than anything. I think about neglect and maybe even, of course, possibly divorce and all that other stuff. But I think sometimes one person in the family, one part of the marriage, they don't understand, hey, look, in order for me to give you the life that you want, I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is all I know to do. This is what I know.
That's sacrifice more so than neglect. And at some point,
thank you.
that's sacrifice. And my father did it, but he also came home and helped me with my homework.
There you go. See, so what I'm talking about. See, to me, that's the balance. Let me go do what I got to do. But when I come home, I'm not going to be like, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to participate. I'm going to change the diapers. I'm going to do all that.
I do all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of our kids used to come into the office till they were at least 3. They came into the office before they leave and put them out in the world at school.
Okay.
They'd be playing with coins. I got a video somewhere. My wife, you can never show it. He's got a stack of gold coins in his hands.
Yeah. I love it, man. Put them up. And come on, man. And it may not seem like anything to you, but to people on the outside, like me, outside of your, it means a lot.
Gotcha.
It means a lot. And I would think if you can, on your website with your marketing, put everything you can on that will move people in their emotions to come see you. Because once they come see you,
It's a difference.
man, you got them. Because you just won't be you.
I'm consistent.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be anybody else.
Yeah. You're going to be you. And then when they see that, they're like, this guy is legit.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But everything that you can, because what is marketing anyway is to get inside a person's feelings, which is inside their soul or their mind. Okay. And once you get inside their feelings and make them feel a certain way, then like, oh, I feel like I want to, don't we say that? I feel like I want a burger, or I feel like I want this.
I feel like I want some jewelry. I'm ready for it.
There you go. Stuff like, right?
So what I'd say is here, you can invest or you can indulge. My wife does the jewelry. Everybody wants to indulge. You can say what you want. I don't wear jewelry,
Me either.
but I bought jewelry for my wife.
Okay, there you go. Valid, because I've done the same thing.
And it doesn't matter how much money or I'm saying money you don't spend on yourself. You're going to go blow it on your kids, blow it on your wife.
So true. After your savings and everything is in order, or as things are being put in order, I mean, what else is it for? You know what I'm saying? What else is this?
The school's of thought.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different way of thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
But listen, it's been a pleasure.
Same here.
All right.
I'm full. I feel like I've been to church.
Well,